Did you know that millions suffer silently? Discover the shocking truth about masturbation's hidden consequences on mental, spiritual, and physical health. Unveiling the dark side of this habit will explore its corrosive impact on our well-being. Ever wonder what happens on the spiritual front when you dive into the solo shindig? Well, buckle up, because it's not all fun and games. According to ancient wisdom, our actions send out vibes in the cosmic universe, like an interstellar text message. And guess what? Excessive solo duets may end up texting some not-so-friendly entities. Think of it this way: good vibes attract good energy, like a cheerful smile making folks want to be around you. But too much solo jamming can send out vibes that astral baddies find irresistible. It's like putting up a "come on in, negative entities" sign on your mental door. So, what's the cosmic fallout? Well, these pesky astral freeloaders can mess with your head. You might find yourself drowning in a sea of guilt, shame, anxiety, and a feeling like you lost your Wi-Fi connection to the universe. To put it simply, it's like leaving your front door open in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. You're inviting trouble. Excessive solo gigs might just turn you into a spiritual snack for these astral creatures, and nobody wants that. Stay tuned as we dig deeper into how this solo performance can mess with your mind, body, and soul. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what happens to your mojo when you go on a solo adventure that's more like a marathon than a sprint. You see, we've got something called the astral body, which is like your cosmic energy suit. It's all about keeping your life force, or prana, in check. Now, here's the kicker. When you're in the zone for the long haul, it's like constantly pouring coffee into a cup with no bottom. You know what happens? That prana, your life juice, starts to drain faster than a soda on a hot day. Think of it as your phone battery. Too much scrolling, and you're running on fumes. Excessive solo explorations drain your energy like your phone on a Netflix binge. The result? Your astral body gets weaker than a wet noodle. It's like having a leaky gas tank in your car. You're running on empty. And when your astral body isn't up to snuff, you're like a sitting duck for bad vibes and negativity. So it's not just about feeling tired, it's about feeling drained, mentally and physically. Your mojo takes a nosedive, and you start wondering if you've misplaced your inner spark plug. But don't worry, we're here to shed light on how to keep that prana topped up and your astral body cruising like a vintage car. Stick around as we uncover more about this energy drain and how it can throw a monkey wrench into your life. Now, let's talk about how this whole solo mission thing can cramp your style when it comes to personal growth. You're trying to climb a mountain, but your backpack is filled with bricks. That's what excessive solo shindigs can feel like. Mentally, it's like trying to run a marathon with shoes made of lead. Negative thoughts start piling up like dirty laundry. Your brain feels like it's running on a dial-up internet connection in a world of fiber optics. Physically, you're not winning any races either. It's like trying to lift weights with spaghetti noodles for arms. You get tired just thinking about doing stuff. It's like your body's on vacation while you're stuck at work. And don't even get us started on relationships. It's like trying to dance with two left feet. Your social game gets rusty, and people start wondering if you've turned into a hermit. Personal growth? Forget about it. It's like trying to grow a garden in the middle of a concrete jungle. Your potential remains buried under the weight of solo habits. But here's the kicker. You don't have to be stuck in this never-ending loop. Alright folks, let's talk about the toll this solo act takes, especially on young folks who are just trying to figure out this maze called life. You know, it's like handing them a Rubik's Cube, but all the colors are mixed up. Imagine being a young sprout with the world ahead of you. You're like a fresh plant basking in the sun, ready to grow. But then bam! Excessive solo exploring shows up like a giant cloud blocking out that sunlight. It's like giving a rocket to a toddler. They're not ready to handle it, and it's bound to blow up in their face. Young people with their sponge-like brains and adventurous spirits are more susceptible to influences that can mess them up for life. See, the thing is, when you're still growing, any damage is like a permanent tattoo on your soul. It's like breaking your favorite toy when you're a kid. It leaves scars that never really fade. But it's not just about scars. It's about missed opportunities. It's like being handed a treasure map, but having no idea how to read it. Excessive solo action robs them of their innocence and their chance to start this adventure on the right foot. Imagine trying to teach a toddler to ride a bike, but you've already tied one of their hands behind their back. That's what it's like when young minds get tangled up in this mess. Stay tuned, because we're going to dive even deeper into why it's crucial to protect our young buds from these harmful habits. It's all about nurturing them so they can truly blossom and thrive. All right, let's talk about the big picture here. What happens when you make solo explorations a lifelong hobby? It's like eating candy for every meal. Sure, it's fun at first, but then things start to fall apart. See, it's not just about the now, it's about the future. When you indulge in solo performances for the long haul, it's like signing a contract with consequences that just keep piling up. Physically, it's like pushing a car uphill with a broken engine. Your body starts giving up on you. You're more tired than a snail in a marathon, and your health can take a nosedive. Mentally, it's like trying to solve a crossword puzzle with half the clues missing. Your brain gets foggy, and you start losing that sharp edge. It's like trying to play chess without knowing how the pieces move. You're bound to make bad moves. And let's not forget the social side of things. It's like trying to juggle flaming torches while riding a unicycle. Relationships start to go up in flames, and you're left trying to put out fires. But here's the kicker: the young'uns are hit the hardest. It's like handing them a broken compass and expecting them to find their way. The consequences of a lifelong solo venture can be like a never-ending storm cloud over their lives. Now let's dive into the real challenge, breaking free from this solo escapade. It's like trying to untangle a giant knot in your earphones. You know it's doable, but it's a real pain in the, well, ear. The thing is, after years of solo stints, it's like trying to teach an old dog new tricks. Breaking the habit becomes as tricky as convincing your cat to take a bath. It feels impossible. Mentally, you're stuck in a loop, like a hamster running on a wheel. Your brain is used to the same old routine, and change feels scarier than a haunted house. It's like trying to turn a cruise ship with a paddle. It takes time and effort. Physically, it's like trying to run a marathon after years on the couch. Your body protests like a toddler denied candy. It's like asking a sloth to join a sprinting competition. You're not exactly in top form. And socially, it's like trying to mend fences after years of playing the lone wolf. Reconnecting with others can be as awkward as trying to dance the tango with two left feet. It's like rejoining the party after hiding in the bathroom for hours. You're not sure if you remember how to socialize. But here's the silver lining: it's not impossible. With the right support and a dash of determination, you can kick this habit to the curb. It's like finding a map when you're lost in the woods. It might take time, but you can find your way out. The prevalence of masturbation and its devastating effects on physical, mental, and moral aspects of individuals should be a top priority for society. It's time we address this issue, provide guidance and support to protect our youth from this harmful habit. If you found this information enlightening, please like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Together, we can raise awareness and foster a healthier future.